Good morning, everyone. Jaylene is still waking up, as you can tell. I woke up in a pretty good mood this morning, set my alarm, and I wasn't mad that it went off. Can anyone else relate to that?
No.
Probably not. But I figured today we can kind of discuss having animals again. We haven't had any goats or chickens everything else we do have here. It's wild. Turkey, ducks. What else we have up there that we don't have down here? Quail. All that stuff we have here on the property. It's just wild. But I'm pretty excited about starting a new life here, at least for however long that lasts. We're not 100% sure. But with that, it comes with having animals again. We haven't had anything other than dogs in 2 months, almost 3 months.
Yeah, and we're going to be able to have animals that we've never had before, or we had restrictions on up there, or we just didn't have enough room. Like we've talked about having our own cattle.
Mm-hmm. Smaller mini zebu at the moment, or at first at least.
We've talked about possibly raising hogs just because we could.
Yeah, maybe and maybe not when it comes to the raising pigs and stuff. I'm okay with going and just shooting a wild one, but at the same time, it'd be nice to utilize hogs to keep pens clean and stuff like that. So, I don't know. I'm open to it.
Yeah, so those are just things that we're thinking about because it's different when, yes, you can go out and shoot them, but you have to hunt for them. You have to know that you may not get one. Like, when you raise them, it's different because you know what's coming. You know what's going to be on your table.
Well, and you can raise a certain breed if you want a certain breed, that type of thing. Feed them certain things. But to be able to have animals again means we almost have our life back.
Yeah.
We have literally done this 100-day challenge. We're almost finished with it. And this entire time, it has felt like a challenge.
For sure.
Not our life.
It does not feel like your day-to-day. It feels like, especially coming towards the end of it, you're like starting to think more that way, where it's
feels like a job.
It does, and you just I can't wait to just actually enjoy the day and not have to work on these major projects 24/7. Yes, we'll be building our own house, but at that point, at least it'd be ours.
Yeah, and it's like, kind of like she's saying, it's not that we don't enjoy the work. It's not that we don't enjoy doing these things for the family and stuff like that. It's more of, if we want a day just to spend in the garden or, sit on the back patio and sit around a fire, or I don't know. We haven't had a normal life in a while, so we don't know what it's like to not have an agenda for the day.
Yeah, I feel like it's been go, 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 go since we got here, and we haven't had a chance to relax and breathe.
Yeah, which it's cool because it keeps us on our toes. It keeps us going. We do have a mission here, and that's what we're trying to accomplish. It's good for YouTube content. We're not having to think too much on what we need to do.
And it does feel good, like, getting stuff done in the camp house and seeing it all kind of come together and kind of seeing your vision come to life. It makes it all worth it, but it's still a lot of work, and we still have a lot of work to do in just 2 short weeks.
Yeah. We're probably going to have to go past the 100 days, realistically, to finish the whole camp house and have it all mowed up and all that stuff around here. But I don't think we're going to have to go very far past it. Or at least, it's not going to be like on day 100 my granny comes out.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be that. But I really think, jumping back into what we were talking about, actually having animals and stuff, that's going to just bring a sense of freedom. And that sounds so weird to know getting animals is freedom, but It is, because we're getting our life back. And if you have been watching the Crockers, or when we were the Crocker homestead, every day we'd go out and collect the chicken eggs and feed all the animals and all that stuff. And I miss that. And I know we can go back to Dallas and have that lifestyle, but I would miss the ranch at the same time. So we're going to kind of combine them both, and it's going to be awesome. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, the survival rate is not good at the ranch. True, to an extent.
I mean, like I've said before, though, Mimi and Peaches, they're
very new to us.
Yes, they were not accustomed to us at all. I don't think they trusted us that much. And so it's like, it wouldn't be like taking grandma out here where you can just let grandma out and she comes up to you. She knows us very well.
All you have to do is shake the feed bucket and they all come running.
Yeah, it's just different. Like, that's something I think a lot of people don't, and actually something a lot of people don't take into consideration, like with being afraid for animals to come out here because we've lost a couple of animals, is that we were raising all the animals up in Terrell for years. So it's not necessarily us, it was just the circumstances we were in.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is even up there, we dealt with some predators.
Well, it's like Jessica Rabbit just died with Jared. So it's not that like, oh,
we didn't take care of it or we let them out or anything.
It's not, oh, don't send them down to Jason and Jaylena, they'll kill them. It's like, no, that's just part of this lifestyle. Is the animals, sometimes they die.
Yeah, it's just predator problems, and we saw it a lot up there. And I was in homesteading groups on Facebook and stuff like that, and they constantly, especially in those groups, they constantly say, does anyone have a livestock guardian dog? Because coyotes got my goats again, or coyotes got my chickens, or whatever. So on that note, we have Bandit, which is the mom dog. We're considering keeping a puppy. So if we do keep a puppy, which I'm still on the fence very much so on that, the puppy will grow up with the surrounding. So they will know the cattle and stuff like that. And, if we bring the goats and stuff down, it'll be able to be raised up with those animals, and it will know them and it will protect them. And then, since we're out in the middle of nowhere, I would consider a donkey.
Or two.
Yeah, and letting them kind of roam with the animals and stuff and protect, because if you don't know, a donkey can whoop some butt. They'll take coyotes and stuff out. So we will take all the all the, I can't think right now, it's too early.
Necessary.
Yes, steps. Actions to get where we need to be, to have good shelters and stuff like that for our animals. We're not going to just bring them out and just be like, be free, hope you survive. Because I think that's what a lot of people think. I think a lot of people think we're going to show up, just let the animals run, and be like, hopefully they make it. And, I think a lot of people that watch Cops and Crockers probably don't think that. But, I don't know, it's crazy to me. And I still have a feeling that Mimi and Peaches are out there roaming. Because we have seen so many deer, baby deer, and nilgai, not a male guy or nothing, and cattle. We've seen calves being born all the time out here in the last 2 months. We've seen newborns, a bunch of them. So I had this really good feeling that the goats are still out there, because we found Rusty after a month or however long it was, and he was fine. But again, like Jaylena said, Peaches and Mimi were just not super comfortable with us at the moment. So it's not like they're going to be trying to run back to hang out with us.
Yeah, and I mean, I think Mimi was just not... She did pretty well with me. Like, she trusted me. But even with, like, Bitty Boo, she wasn't like a...
She wasn't a stainer.
Yeah, she didn't, like, listen. She wasn't... Bitty Boo told us about how, like, she would have a very hard time milking her.
And that she would escape. She's an escape artist.
Yeah, that she escaped all the time. And even Peaches, she said, she's a little skittish and standoffish, which she is a lot. Not so much... She wasn't so much to, like, Bitty Boo and Bitty Boo's kids and stuff, but to us, she was very standoffish, and she latched onto Mimi and just did whatever Mimi did. And so unfortunately, Mimi was just, she had that type of attitude, and she just wasn't accustomed to us at that point, like not that comfortable to where she came back, obviously.
Yeah, but Rusty clearly came back. He was used to my dad. He was used to a lot of interaction and stuff like that. So I really do believe that those two goats are still out there roaming around. Maybe they may have gone to another part of someone else's ranch, maybe, but I do feel like they're still out there because I don't know. I just have this feeling. I feel like they could survive. And yes, there are mountain lions and predators and stuff, but I just think there's such an abundance of animals right now with all the rain that we've had for the longest time.
Sorry. My mom came out just now.
Yeah, apparently. But the animals out here are thriving, just absolutely thriving. There's no shortage of food or water. So I think they're fine. But to wrap this all up, I'm extremely excited for having chickens. My dad said we should get some ducks from Jared and put them in the pond here.
Which would be interesting to have ducks there all the time.
Yeah, but it'd be cool because they can clean the pond up. They would eat all the stuff off the top. Hopefully they would make it. I think worst case scenario, they just fly off. But if we keep them here and feed them and stuff like that, I think they'd stick around. But
I'm excited for cattle. Like we've talked about getting mini zebus and not full-size cows because
yeah, they're short.
That's just too big.
They're mini.
Mm-hmm. But even like horses and stuff too. To be able to ride around the ranch on horses would be absolutely amazing. But of course, that's going to be a little further down the line.
Yeah, we won't jump into that right away or nothing like that. But I guess to wrap all this up, we're excited to get animals because it's the start of our next chapter being here. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this rambling for 12 minutes with Coffee with the Crockers. But I need to go get another cup, and then I got some stuff to do. We have a busy day today.
Also, I'm sure you guys will see on the Crockers, we want to go live with you guys one day. So we want to know what would be the best day and the best time for us to go live
in the morning.
You guys. So comment down below and let us know, because I think that'd be really cool to do a real-time Coffee with the Crockers.
Yes, the best time and the best day. So please let us know. And remember, we are in Texas, so Central Standard Time is what it needs to be for us. So let us know. We'd love to do it. Thank you guys for watching. Either frozen or I'm running out of space here. I'm not sure if it stopped. I think it's still going. It's very possible.